was billed as the ultimate sports podcast.
I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time.
Everybody has been waiting.
I'm God gifted.
He's a bull. I'm the matador.
This is the Weekend Guy Podcast, and it begins now.
We're going into the last segment of the podcast.
Yes, sir.
We're almost done. We're going to the big one.
Yeah.
The huge one.
Johnny,
the event of the weekend. You know what I try to do on the weekends?
please tell me.
Sitting in my lounge. Yeah. I set up my camera.
Okay.
I set up my mic. Because I wanted to give the audience the experience of watching the rugby at home. Because remember the last podcast?
Yes.
Yeah, I said to
you wanted to give them a live look.
experience of it. Now I'm doing the whole pajamas, heater.
How it is to be a Springbok supporter on a Saturday morning.
On a Saturday morning, yes. So no, even not that. The whole pajama experience at home. Remember on the podcast I said last time that
married men have pajamas.
Yeah, the pajama vibes.
Because you're talking about pajamas.
Yeah, pajama gown, those kind of things, So I'm setting up. I take my two Springbok jerseys, put them on the couch so that the fans can see, the audience, that I'm a Springbok fan.
Yeah.
So I wanted to put it on the podcast channel that guys know on a Springbok weekend I'm going to be watching it at home. And like, okay,
have
cool.
you got the new jersey yet?
No, not yet.
Slacking, fam.
I'm waiting for month end, wait.
Okay.
Have you got it?
Subscribers, please like and subscribe.
Have you got it?
We're trying to make some money.
Yeah, just do somebody. So
I want to buy the Springbok jersey.
yeah, definitely. No, I'm gonna be immediately you see me rocking it. I'm not much. I'm a silent assassin. Yeah. So set up camera, set up mic.
Yeah.
Similar setup to here. Set up the computer, set up the mic so that I can capture my reactions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So as I'm busy plugging up the computer, the game starts. The hacker starts. So my young boy comes down the stairs. Okay, cool. So I'm busy. He's making his noise, whatever. So he comes and sits.
Was he trying to do the haka?
No. He's just coming down. Daddy, what are you watching? So I'm watching rugby. Cool. He comes. I sit with him. So I'm like, okay. In this video, my young boy is going to be with me to show that I'm watching the box. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay. So as I'm finished setting up the mics and stuff, the hacker's done, the game starts.
Okay.
About 2 minutes into the game, I sit down, finish setup, sitting down.
Whew.
Then I take my boy. Okay, boy, come close to daddy. Let's watch the game.
Watch the game.
So as I'm lifting up my boy to come close to me, I can't leave leave the TV with my eyes. Because I'm not understanding or believing what I'm seeing on the television. The first 5 minutes of the game I was watching. But before we get to that, let's start with this guy called Johnny Saxton, which I don't like very much. A very rude fellow, that one. To all our UK subscribers or watchers, that guy is very rude towards the referees. Doesn't have to be Jaco Piper, but I hope he's learned his lesson and dropped that nonsense. The ban was bullshit, by the way, but okay, it's a World Cup here. It's his last World Cup. He's just 38 years old.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to ask you, right?
Yeah.
If he wasn't retiring this year, and it wasn't a World Cup year,
would the ban be longer?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. But from a game perspective, you don't want to ruin the tournament as well. Bring in a half-baked Ireland. You want the top teams to come in.
So
it's more value for you.
So should Ireland lose, they have no excuse that, hey, Johnny Saxton wasn't playing.
Yeah, anyway, he's going to come in undercooked anyway because he won't be playing. As you saw on our last segment, we're going to be referring to, if you don't have that match time, it's a whole different ball game because you would have not have played rugby for 6 months. Training only.
Yeah.
So you can play your club rugby or your nonsense tournaments organized inside. But to play the test match, it's another level.
Yeah, because when I saw the verdict, I thought to myself, World Rugby decided we need to preserve our showpiece of it.
Yeah, and you need him there. Unfortunately, you need him because he's the European Player of the Year. He's like the flagship of Europe. So you need him.
Because based on the transgressions, it was an opportunity for them to send out a message to everyone that we're not going to tolerate such disrespect to our officiators.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm.
and I think the consensus just generally
Mhm.
was that minimum people were expecting 3 months, 4 months suspension.
Yeah, because it was a very bad one. But I think
Yes.
after the World Cup, he's more like
No,
Yeah,
he's
and-
retiring, so
so, yeah,
it's almost like kicking a dead horse.
yeah.
You know,
So,
you can ban him for a year.
On him, like with
It
Johnny
doesn't make a
Saxton,
difference.
he's been misbehaving for a very long time. Everybody knows that. But I understood it from the perspective of the game that you want the best tournament, the best players playing.
Okay, so would this be a bitter pill to swallow for World Rugby? Picture this:
Mhm.
Ireland is in the Rugby World Cup final,
Ooh, that's a long shot.
right?
Mm.
Ireland gets a 79-minute penalty.
And
From
Johnny
50
Saxton,
Yeah, from 55 yards.
he has to kick it
Johnny steps up to kick
and makes it.
the winning penalty. If
No,
it was anyone else,
for me, Ireland making it to the semi-final is a nightmare scenario.
no,
for
no,
me.
to the final. I'm saying, picture this. And Johnny kicks the winning penalty, and Ireland wins the World Cup.
It would be a nice send-off for him because they've never won the World Cup before anyway.
No doubt, but what I'm saying is,
Mm.
would this be a bitter pill to swallow for the rest of the rugby community?
No, for me personally,
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. He's done it. They deserve it.
Okay.
Because for them to even get the final, they've played very well. Because what happens in the tournament,
Yeah.
regardless of what has transpired before, you need to face the opponent in front of you.
Okay.
You need to play the person in front of you. So regardless of the other nonsense the person has done, really doesn't matter. Just play the opponent in front of you. Regardless of what happens. The problem we're facing with World Rugby is that the officiating is not up to scratch. We're always
Throughout?
complaining. It's like the officiating is not up to scratch. So a foul in Europe, in the URC or European Cup, is not a foul in the New Zealand side of things.
In Super Rugby, for
Yeah,
example.
the way they play the game
Mm.
at Super Rugby and the way we play the game at European level, which is I feel is more safer, is not the same as the way they play rugby down under.
So would this perhaps be a good take to say teams who've played in Europe competitions will be more adaptable to the way of
Of course,
reffing?
discipline, high tackles. I mean, how many? Okay, we're gonna dissect this game. Okay, but let's just wrap up so that we get to the main crux of our discussion today. I think our entire podcast has been brewing over this topic,
Bubbling
bumbling and